I can't afford to gamble, period. Oh. The sphere here. Planet Saturn over there being shown now. I'm going to ask this guy real quick how much it is to park here tonight versus what it was last week. How much is parking tonight?
Sorry?
Parking cost?
$23.
23. Thank you, sir. Same as it was last week. 23 bucks. Downtown has a lot of Okay, good to know. I'll try paying attention to that too. I thought I saw it out in front of, was it the side of Fremont Casino? Or was it Binion's? I'll pay attention to that tonight when I'm down there. Yeah, downtown lags the strip in a lot of these ideas and stuff, so I'm hoping that they, for the sake of the town, don't try to go to the 6 to 5 thing, because you know, that between that and the other thing too, that they contributed, or attributed, I should say, attributed the loss of revenue here on the strip to was in 2024 was the Baccarat. I guess they didn't have the usual crowds in playing Baccarat. I've never played Baccarat, so I know it's you versus the bank, but that's all I know. I don't know anything else about it. This light, this is going to take forever to try and get out of there. Okay, we'll go left instead. Let me see if I can sneak in front of you here, buddy. All right, there we go. And then, of course, the slot machines just have, you know, other than the 000, pretty much the worst odds you can possibly find anywhere. Whoops, I'm not going to go that way. Go back down here to Flamingo. That's all you need to know. Right on. Yeah, so there's probably they've probably turned a lot of people off, especially in Southern California. You just pick a side, Baker, or oh, okay, gotcha. But I know that they say blackjack is your best odds overall for winning. Yeah, slot machines are total luck, Tobin, absolutely. Ellis Island right there on the left. I always like to point that out because it's off the strip. You have to walk over here, but the prices in there are phenomenal. I haven't been in there in a little while, but everything in there has always been reasonably priced. Another place that has awesome prices, South Point Casino. It's not on the strip. It's a good ways south of the strip, but they were advertising like Super Bowl specials, like a burger for like $7 or something. Some of the McDonald's cost more than that for a burger. And they had like loaded nachos for, was it $6 or $7, something like that? There at South Point tomorrow for the Super Bowl. So that's amazing. So I always like to highlight the best places, that at least the cheapest stuff, because let's face it, if we were all rich, we'd be all sitting in a room counting all of our money. Counting all our stacks. Stage door, groceries, liquor, right there next to Batista's. Hole in the wall. I definitely need to get in there and check that place out. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, frankly speaking. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you all for being here. I know it's a Saturday night and you guys can be out anywhere doing anything, but I really, really appreciate you. $6.45 or $3.95. Perfect. Right on, Mopor. Thank you for doing that. Yes, I saw that and I'm like, oh my God. Now, granted, South Point is what? I mean, from Mandalay Bay, South Point's probably 6-7 miles away from the south end of the strip. Something like that. They're at Silverado Ranch Boulevard and Las Vegas Boulevard. Definitely great value, yeah, absolutely. Cromwell there. Horseshoe on our left here. Come back up here to the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard. Gordon Ramsay, he's got like, what, 20 places down here? That's what it seems like. Yeah, and Ellis Island, I know they're in the middle of a remodel right now, but they always had some great prices in there. Oh, we got some cheering going on over here. Must be a street performer or something. Something going on over there, back behind the Flamingo. My pleasure, Tobin. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all that you do. You are an amazing contributor. And shout out to all of my moderators. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Pretty Mama. Thank you, Tobin. You guys are terrific. I missed seeing Vegas Unlocked last night, but I remember they had a little bit of an issue there. You had said, Tobin. Wanted to see them down on Fremont last night. My wife works until 9 p.m. during the week, so I watch the boys during that time. So I can't. I'm unable to get out there and do anything on Fridays. Although Saturdays tend to be better anyway, I think. Probably better attended. And I think too, when people come in from out of town and they come here to Vegas, they tend to go hard, really hard the first night they're here. And so they tend to pass out and go to bed early. If you know what I mean. That's my theory. You know, your first night on vacation tends to be the one where you're just most relaxed and party the hardest. There she is, awaiting the guitar to take its place right there next to it. $5 craft beers, 10 varieties on tap, it says there at Casino Royale. So that's got something good to keep in mind. I don't oh, Sam Adams is one of them. 2468 menu at Denny's there being advertised. And there's the White Castle, one of them. One of the 3 locations down here in Las Vegas. So I don't see any protests going on here. We'll see if we get any going closer to downtown up here. Because that one protest that they had on Monday that I was speaking of earlier, that was way, way off the Strip, being out there off of Charleston and Lamb on the east side of town. I don't know who's organizing them or whatever, but I don't see any bulletins or updates about them. And I'd go down there and film it, but I wouldn't want to get arrested and, you know, for whatever they may, you know, come up with. You know, protesting without a permit or whatever, all that stuff. And I would try and tell them, look, I'm just videoing it. But yeah, they'd be like, sure thing, buddy. Jerry's Nugget, no, and I need to. I need to do, I have a lot of need tos that I need to get done, and I plan on getting them done at some point this year for sure. I've had a lot of folks ask about Jerry's Nugget for sure. Oh, no problem, Tobin. I appreciate you. No, not at all. Listen, it's more important to me to get it right. Don't worry about my ego. It's not, that's never an issue. I want to get things right for people. That's what's most important to me. I don't want to be putting out bad information for folks. Because God knows if I was going on a trip somewhere and I was watching a channel or something and someone was giving out all sorts of bad information, I'd be like, this guy's terrible. No one should watch this channel, you know? So, no, it's way more important to get it right. And that's what I appreciate the most. I do. A huge to-do list, yes. And you know what? My wife and I were actually going over that this week. My huge to-do list, Michael. We have so many places we need to hit down here. I need to do like they do with the like Papi Chulo. I know he does that too on the south end of the strip. They'll park at Excalibur and kind of walk over to New York, and over to MGM Grand and kind of just mull about those places and stuff. That's not terrible to do, but you know, when you look at the walking involved going into Caesar's Palace, there's a ton of walking involved, which is fine. I don't mind the exercise. It's just that's going to be the only place I get to see. And if someone tells me to turn my camera off, I've got a long way to go before I can get out of that place. Very long way to go. So here we are at Resorts World, right there, on the side of it at least. And then the $50 billion Circus right there. Let's all do a Ponzi scheme and all go in together on it. $50 billion. And then the Peppermill over here, longtime mainstay here on the strip. And the Fontainebleau. I've heard some people say Fontainebleau. I call it Fountainebleau, but whatever. Oh my goodness, dude, where are you going? I guess because there's no U up there in Fountain. It's lots of fun right there on the front of Circus. And there it is with all of its resplendence on a Saturday night. $50 billion. Yes, you're absolutely right. Fontainebleau. Absolutely. La Fontainebleau. So we're going to go up to Fremont now, drive around up there, and see what we see. So the winds have picked back up. Just what was that, a half hour ago, I just mentioned that the trees were like totally stilled back there by the Wynn and Encore. Now it's picked back up again. For some reason the car still says 73. Usually the car's right on, but I'm not believing it for some reason. And especially with the winds blowing, it definitely makes it feel cooler, of course. Stratosphere right there in front of us. And that Hard Hat Lounge that Mopor was talking about earlier, that is behind the Strat in that neighborhood back there. I probably wouldn't want to go down there at night to go visit it. And they go through so many bartenders at so many of these bars in town. I'm not even sure how many of them are actually familiar with any of the history behind some of the places they're actually working at nowadays, right? Some of them may not have a clue.